We have a purpose to debunk lies that you hear on the internet. By reacting to this is we help you stay awake and we're showing how people lie to everyone. Now take seat and call and we will challenge lies and set your mindset free.
Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Elena's Barre Low Impact Full Body Workouts. I'm today with Eamma.
Hello.
Hi, Eamma. Great to see you. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Yeah, we are going to have a lot of fun today, guys. We are debunking a lot of feminist lies. Last time we talked about movies and how they are being infiltrated with feminism, how they impact the lives of people, because people take life decisions based on what they see and what they hear around them. And today we are going to talk mostly about the message that women hear, because there is a lot of delusion. Women are very entitled, very delusional today, and it's the result of the messages that they hear over and over again from other people, from mass media, from content creators. And it's also the result that they don't want to challenge those messages. They don't want to challenge their belief system. So their beliefs, they've become their second nature. And they feel that if anybody challenges them, they are just mean and nasty, and who hurt you. You usually, if you notice these personal attacks, that they go at you when they don't want you to challenge them in any way. So I have 10 videos for us. We will see how quickly we'll go through them. And most of these videos are coming from women. And guys, if you want to call in and share your observations and experiences with us, the link is in the chat. So just click on the link and then you will be debunking the feminist lies with us live. Right, Eamma? Yeah. Come join us. We'll have a lot of fun. These videos are very short. They are usually like a reel or short format videos with the quick messages. And then, you can tell us about yourself a little bit, and you can help us debunk these lies. Cool. So let's start with the first video. But before we start, guys, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Your kind support is highly appreciated. And leave us your comments. Tell us what you think about the topics that we are covering here and what you think about these videos. So let's start with the first video here.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. What shall I open? Yeah. There will be quite funny ones. Okay, so we'll see.
He is ready for you.
Okay, let me start this over. I'm going to reload it.
And it's not because he thinks she's so amazing. And it's also not because she makes him feel like he's the king of the world. Even if a woman is the most beautiful one, she has like a model figure, and she has a lot of money, so she doesn't need him for his money, and she's sweet and kind and spoils him, it might be that he will still not marry her. That's why you often hear stories about men who are with gorgeous women, and they've been together for like 5 years, so everybody assumes they're going to get married one day. And then they break up. Everybody's surprised what happened. And 2 years later, that same man marries a random girl. And while nobody seems to understand what's going on, he knows exactly what he's doing. Because the truth is, he didn't get married with this wonderful girlfriend he had before, because he just wasn't ready. That's why I always say, a man can be crazy about you, and you can be the most beautiful couple ever. But if you want a serious commitment, don't ask yourself if he's in love with you, but ask yourself if he is ready for you. The reason a man marries a woman is not because he thinks she's so amazing. And it's also not because she makes him feel like he's the king of the world. Even if a woman is the most beautiful one, she has like a model figure, and she has a lot of money, so she doesn't need him for his money, and she's sweet and kind and spoils him, it might be that he will still not marry her. That's why you often hear stories about men who are with gorgeous women, and they've been together for like 5 years. So
okay, we've heard that one. I just wanted you to hear from the beginning because it usually cuts it out at the beginning. So let's stop sharing and we'll talk about it. What did you think about it, Eamma?
Well, it may be that he's not ready, like she says, but it also could be that she wasn't wife material.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that he doesn't see that in her. But yet, and you do hear of it a lot that, guys are with women a long time and then they break up and then literally straight away get married. It's, to me, that's just, the woman that he was with long term wasn't the right woman.
Wasn't the right woman. Yeah, this is what I also think, because see how she also says that it's the man's fault. He wasn't ready for the woman.
Yeah.
He wasn't ready for the serious relationship. So lady, it's not that you are not perfect there is nothing wrong with you. It's the man's fault because he didn't want to settle down with you. He didn't want to commit to you. He wasn't ready for a serious relationship with you, even though he basically wasted a few years of his life on you, which kind of contradicts, because usually men, when they are in a committed relationship, right, even when they date, they still invest into this woman. They invest their money, they invest their time, their attention. They could be spending their time, money, and resources on another woman.
You can also, from each relationship as well, you said, potentially he's just wasted those few years. You also look at relationships, even if they fail, as a learning experience. You learn what you will tolerate, what you will, do want, etc., etc. So it's not a complete waste if you've learned anything from it. Right.
And she could have learned from that relationship too. She could have fixed a few things. But the message that she sends out, the vibe that she's sending out there is that a woman is a perfect creature. She can't do anything wrong. It's just the man's fault that he wasn't ready for her. He wasn't ready for this perfect, precious gift that he had. He didn't value it, he didn't appreciate it.
If she was truly perfect, though, he would have snapped her up.
Exactly. This is what you see with marriage material women. They're usually taken and they stay married with one guy. This is why they are so valuable and so rare. Even King Solomon was saying that a good, wifeable material woman is rare like rubies. So the good women, they are taken already. You are mostly left with shitty women out there, honestly. But the problem is that we don't even teach women how to be wifeable anymore. Because with this kind of advice, and if women follow her advice, and let me see how many followers she has. This lady has a lot of followers.
She also got it in there that, this woman's got her own money, doesn't need him.
Yep. So she appeals to wealthy women, to confident women who are into self-worth, self-love, self-respect, all of that feminist crap. And just for your notice, guys, she has 375,000 followers.
Wow.
Yeah, and the comments that she gets mostly are from women. We can even go back to her video. Wait a second here. Yeah, Xenia. As a married woman, I know something for sure. If a man wants to marry you, he will be very clear, and if he doesn't, he will confuse you. there are some decent comments out there from women. Okay, let me share the screen with you so that we can analyze here a little bit. Here, that we can see the comments that she got here from the beginning.
I need my glasses.
I married at 22 and loved her forever. Don't listen to this. You see, there are some guys who speak up here too. I have some advice. Do not waste a single hour validating to him why you are worth it. Move on if he is stuck. It's his problem, not yours. You see, it's always the man's problem. A woman does something wrong.
Oh, wow,
it cannot be potentially her problem.
Sorry, Esther, but who cares about his reasons? If she's an accomplished, independent woman, then he's not the prize. Well, no wonder he wouldn't marry her then, if that's the attitude.
Okay, which comments are you reading? From whom?
It's Pepper.
No. But who cares about his reasons? Oh my goodness. Look at that, guys. Look at that. If she's an accomplished, independent woman, then he's not the prize. Oh my gosh. The sense of entitlement in this one. Wow. Wow. And just to see how much clout she has. Oh my gosh, look how many followers she has. 2.7 million followers. The entitlement is all over the place there. Ooh. Who the hell is really ready? If you are in a relationship, especially a long-term relationship, why wouldn't you be ready? Why waste all that time just to end things because they weren't ready? No one fights for their relationships anymore. Modern day dating have the mentality that anyone can just be replaceable. Yep. I suspect this comment is from a guy, and it's a good comment here.
Yes,
it's honestly sad that there is how things are going now.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I know it's slightly off topic, but it's like people say, oh, we'll have a baby when it's the right time. When it's the right time to have a baby. And it is the same with a marriage. You know, no marriage is smooth sailing.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have ups, you're going to have downs, you know, and it's getting through those downs that make you stronger in the up times.
Yeah. Well, and then this one, I've already read it. Somehow it scrolled down and I saw that one. Okay, so look at Rihanna and Beyonce, most beautiful women. Rocky and Jay-Z still cheat.
Yep.
Yeah. Marry a man that wants to be a husband. Well, I would say that too, but women don't help it even in the slightest. Because they don't behave like marriageable wives anymore. So what's the incentive for men to get married today?
They want the marriage, but they for the security, but they don't want to be a wife.
Exactly. That's the problem. Truth of a man gets married after the first one. He was gonna spend life with its own because the second one was easy. Did everything he wanted, has nothing to do with her. It's all about him, and she fits his lifestyle once again only because it's everything he wants. Well, this one is from a woman, I suspect. Yeah. Okay. A lot of younger ladies are so entitled. It took my husband 10 years to propose to me. We started dating when we were 19. I was fine with it, but society made me feel like he is wasting my time. That's actually a very good point there. The social pressure to get married. A red flag, yeah. When he was ready, he proposed, and we've now been married for 10 years and 22 years together and still happy. Had I bought into the BS that he's wasting my time when I knew that there wasn't anything wrong with our relationship, I would have forced him into an ultimatum, and it may not have ended well. Wow, where are these women? Only 277 followers. Wow, here is some wisdom here, ladies, for you.
Yeah.
There are wise women out there. I just feel like we need to unite with wise, rational women to tell the younger women the truth, because they've been brainwashed.
Oh, read that comment. Who cares if a man wants to marry you? Stay single and happy. These messages are so toxic for women. Unmarried women are happier and more successful than married women. Stay single and happy. Marriage is a trap for women to become slaves.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow. She's a fucked up feminist.
Don't get me wrong. I'm single and I'm quite happy, but I'd love to have a man in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to be a wife, but
she also makes
a man first.
Yeah, she also makes her necessity her virtue. She can't find anybody, and this is why she tries to reprogram her brain and herself into believing that her life is much better without a man. Unmarried women are happier and more successful than married women. Okay, Eamma, how happy are you? You are unmarried. You are unmarried single lady. Okay, tell us, how do you feel?
Generally, I'm happy, but yes, I'm alone, and sometimes I feel that loneliness. Sorry, I'm not about to turn into a pity party, don't worry. But yeah, my life would be happier with a man, and I'd probably be more successful because I'd get out there and do more things because I'd have someone to do things with. And that then feeds into your life in general. You become more successful because you're more satisfied in your home life, and it does go hand in hand.
More time to do other things, and being married gives you the advantage that you don't have to worry about the housing, the common expenses that you would have to worry if you were single. Yeah, it gives you, actually, being married gives you more freedom to do the things that you want, ladies. But apparently, if you are too entitled and delusional about your self-worth, self-love, and all of that feminist crap, you're not going to see it that way.
I mean, I could sit at home and be single and miserable, but I mean, life goes on, doesn't it? You've got to.
Well, I mean, yeah, you have to deal with the cards that you have right now, right? But if you could change certain things, wouldn't you want to have a man by your side?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and look at this one. Don't date him if he doesn't even mention marriage in his 5-year plan. It doesn't just happen. You have to plan it and start searching for the person. Okay, and here I see, okay, this is from a guy. Okay, a guy gives a suggestion to women.
Oh, wow.
There are a lot of simpy orbiters around these big female content creators who would send the same kind of message, and we will get into a male message for men, but it resonates with the female message for women, and it's mostly, occasionally you'll see. This is why, guys, when you leave your comments, I always read your comments, because the feedback that you give us, it shows me where we are right now, right? And when you read the comments, you actually find out a lot of information about how people think. And I know for a fact there are a lot of guys who think like that, who give women this false advice also because they want to wet their pee-pee, or they are doing it because they are scared to tell the truth, because they are scared of getting ruined in the divorce court. They have such a powerful wife or girlfriend who will just screw them over if they say something that doesn't resonate with her.
Can you scroll up? I want to read Little Miss Little Sunshine. No, up the other way. Other way.
Other way. Sorry. Yeah.
There we go. Oh, wow.
Go ahead, read it, Eamma.
Thank you so much for the advice. Tonight, I asked my boyfriend, are you actually ready to marry me? And turns out he's not ready to give up his freedom, and we just broke up tonight.
I mean, this lady was in a stable relationship, right? Sort of. And now she's single. And I don't know how old she is, but yeah, and she thanks this lady for I think we need to see more single women starting to thank these delusional entitled content creators who are telling them lies. Honestly, if you ladies were just like, yes, thank you, I thank you for my loneliness, I followed your advice and now I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a man anymore because I followed your fucked up advice. And I don't know, look, I don't know. We are just kind of speculating here. I don't know how old this Miss Little Sunshine is. But yeah, if you want to be lonely, go follow this lady's advice. You will end up being lonely, but you will be proud of yourself. For being lonely. You will make your necessity your virtue. You will try to convince yourself that you did everything the right way.
And that's what the other one who, she said she could have done that, but she didn't. The one that's been together 22 years.
Exactly.
Same situation, different results.
Different results. Oh my gosh, women are just so impatient. They think that just by throwing the ultimatum at a man, they will get what they want. And in the meanwhile, while women are allowed, and it's okay for women to set these high expectations from a man, man is not allowed to express his expectations from a woman. Not even a little. Where is that equality that feminists are proclaiming? I don't see it. Convince me otherwise, ladies. Convince me otherwise, but I don't see it. Okay, let's look here. How do you know when he is ready? And there are so many replies here. So let's glance at them. The same question I have. Okay, a lot of women don't know when he is ready. Maybe ask them if they are ready to court a woman with intentions to marry. If they act funny and all, that's not your person. Okay. When he leads, talks about future, you are in the plans because a better version of himself for you. He is ready when both actions and words match. Okay.
And that's a big thing, that words and actions match.
He will tell you straightforward he wants to marry you. If he doesn't, then he doesn't want you. Men are very clear and simple. I think this one is probably from...
that's something I keep hearing for the last few days, that men are simple creatures. And it's not meant in a derogatory way, but yeah, they're very simple needs.
They're very direct. Yeah, usually they will lie to a woman if they want to benefit from her promiscuity, for sure. But they will tell the truth if they don't want to take advantage from a woman, and they just want to, have a family. And the men are pretty direct. Like my husband was pretty direct and straightforward with me. So
it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I wish more people were direct and straightforward.
I wish so too. But see, we have the generation of men who want to play, who like, I get the feminist complaints here, right? I'm a woman myself, and I understand why they say that, oh, these men, they are just playing, they're not honest. Yes, there are men like that. Yes, absolutely. There are men who play, who spin plates, and There is nothing wrong with that, because that's the path that they choose to take. And if you fall for that path, if you want to be one of their plates, there is also no problem with that, but just know the consequences, that if you don't preserve your virginity, and I mean, you don't sleep with, you sleep with a lot of men, then you'll be wasted. You'll be wasted. Then don't expect a high value man to want you, because you're just a run through whore. Men will fuck you, but men will not marry you.
Yeah.
You see, I think when he has his life put together, he has a job that he likes, school completed, and he is content with where he is at in life. Yeah, well, these are just a bunch of women telling you how to know that he is ready for marriage. You can ask at beginning, a man who is ready, they will tell right away that they want to marry. I like this comment. I actually also asked my husband straight at the beginning, like, what are your intentions? I'm very serious. I want to be a wife. I want to settle down, and resolve it straight at the beginning. And you will see how, based on how a man reacts, you will see what his intentions are.
And I mean, just because you're saying that doesn't mean that you're wanting to get married straight away. It's
well,
it's just
exactly.
saying, this is what my goal is. It's
yeah. Set your goal. I think this girl is very down to earth. Pretty based here, and her name is Vera. I suspect she's Russian speaking. It's a very common name in Russia. So I'm gonna do this. Thank you. Okay, so she got some advice. Yeah. Because that's what he wants. So he'll show it. Women think she's special, but no, he wants to do all the effort. So you'll notice that at the very beginning, he'll show his entire engagement with X. If not, then he's not ready and looking for someone to heal him, and then we'll get married with another one. Okay. English is his second language, probably. What do you think about this one?
Well, that is just saying that, he'll just use the first one to heal himself, make sure that he is the man that can be a good husband, and then actually go and find his wife.
Yeah. Yeah. When he meets the right one, he will tell her he is ready. She will have helped him get ready. Well, this one comes from a man, and I noticed this soulmate myth here that Rollo Tomassi was describing in his book, The Rational Male. A lot of men will be hyper focused on finding the right woman. And yeah, they should have standards for women, and if a woman doesn't comply with those standards, that's the red flag. Yeah. So anyway, there are quite a few comments here. He won't play games. That's, I think, a decent comment there.
Yeah.
When he promises in less than 2 years, if he doesn't find one that will marry. Less than 2 years.
That's
what I'm suspicious of is when people, they date for very short time, they date for a few months, and then they decide to get married. This is the red flag. Like, only a few months of dating, you don't actually know each other that well. You haven't lived with each other for significant time. So I don't understand women who are whining that a man doesn't propose right away.
Keep your distance and see if he's ready or not. That's game playing.
It is, yes. It is game. It's game for women. If you're not ready for marriage, you are not ready for dating. Don't
fair.
play with people's heart and emotions for the sake of for fun. I actually agree with you. Yeah, take relationships seriously. The problem is that a lot of people are gaming and playing, and there are a lot of content creators who are pushing it. Like you keep him at a distance and then don't engage with him. If you want the man, you will find the ways to be with that man. You know.
Yeah.
You're not going to play games with him yourself and then blame it on him that he's playing games with me, but I'm using all of these tricks from the love strategy or elsewhere. Okay, couples of the current times don't discuss marriage. Everything has become very casual and easygoing. Stay together until the fun lasts is the current trend. Yes, very good comment here. Also very realistic and objective, because the moment the fun lasts, we usually see people breaking apart. They don't want to go through the challenging parts in life together.
No.
This debunks the statement a man will change for the woman he loves. No, he'll change when he's ready. Well, what can I say? Another entitled woman here.
All I heard was be lesbian. Sorry.
That's that's a good comment. Oh my gosh! You see, and it came from a woman. I mean, this is a woman, right? There are some rational women out there. I'm so glad to see it. I'm honestly like reading these comments. It's like it's time consuming, guys. But if you want to do deep dive content analysis, this is kind of what you have to do.
Oh, this says a lot about this. Hiding in the fungi. He's looking for a maid that incubates his children and cares for them while he pisses off on a boys' trip 8 times a year to play golf with his friends. I think she's speaking from experience there, and I would guess that she's divorced.
See, here you go. Here you go.
Just that's the cynic in me, but
the prediction from Guru Starlight, right?
But yeah, that just sounded a bit too specific.
Yeah, right. So we just need to be random girls and not gorgeous. That's actually depending on how you look at this comment, it's actually
I thought we had to keep ourselves looking gorgeous to keep the man interested.
Yeah, so well, I think she's kind of picking on this lady. Look at the smiling face here. Yeah, I think it's a decent comment actually. She's mocking. She's probably mocking here. Okay, another Esther. I need to get into her content to see what she's about. I can't tell you right now.
Yeah.
But based on what she wrote, she's probably a decent content creator here. Okay, this always happens. A man will drag a relationship out for years with a woman with no intentions of committing to her because it's on his terms. This is the problem. Then breaks up with her and gives her some lame excuses, then turns around and commits to another woman. Well, see, and they don't see the problem with the first women who get into the relationship with this guy. There is nothing wrong with this woman, and then he turns around and commits to a completely random woman out there who probably has a better personality, who probably is a better wife material out there than the first girl.
Yeah.
Look, men are very basic. They want to fuck, right? And if you give it to him, and he will take it. I mean, they're not stupid, right?
No, they're not.
And then like I love it how they, she was comfortable with his terms. And then she listened to some feminist bullshit. And then she decided to set the ultimatum and she lost him.
Yeah.
This is how it usually goes. Care less about what a man wants, ladies. Do your thing. Another entitled comment here. Why be so desperate to get married? Be strong, independent, love yourself. Oh, where is our guru Starlight? Emma, you should read this.
Why be so desperate to get married? Be strong, independent, love yourself and your life. And if he wants to join you, great. If not, next.
See, next. They are trying to spin plates. Just like men do, the men who play games, women are trying to play games too. They are trying to have a plan B always, the next boyfriend lined up. And I actually saw it in the love strategies. There is this guy who teaches women how to attract the high caliber man who will love, pursue her and appreciate her, all of that crap. And he says basically the same thing. You ladies don't commit, you spin plates, and then if the man doesn't fit you, you just replace him with another guy. But then you become, by doing so, you become a whore. This is what they don't tell you.
Yeah.
What about when women are ready? That's actually a decent comment here coming from a girl. Wow. Women are not ready to get married. Well, I don't know what was her intention when she wrote this comment. Maybe she says that just because a woman is not ready, she can do whatever she wants to do. Or maybe she's implying some criticism in there. I don't know what she's trying to do with this comment. But I would say that most women today are not ready to be wives. In other words, stay single. Yeah, this is what she says. This is what she says. You are saving me so much money on therapy. Oh my goodness. Seriously. Look, lady, I will tell you one thing. I will tell you the truth. If you didn't listen to this woman, you wouldn't have to think of therapy at all. Therapy wouldn't be your concern if you didn't listen to the women like this content creator. Because they are kind of pushing you into therapy. But what, you stay single, you surround yourself with cats and wine, you'll end up somewhere in therapy eventually. Okay, he will say it. Then he will say things in long term. I got engaged after 6 months with him and he was with his ex for 3 years. Huh? See, another example.
Yeah.
I'll make it shorter for you girls. A man will make all what in his hands to be ready if you are the one he wants. He will not just lose you. Put that as a note. If a man tells you he is not ready, he doesn't see himself with you. Simple. Save your beautiful self and move on. Go wherever you are cherished. There is someone out there. Basically, go find your simp army of dudes. When he will see you, he will make himself ready. Yeah. So if she didn't have luck with this man that she wanted to be with, now she has a simpy army of dudes that she can expose herself to, and maybe one of them, you know, is decent enough or not. Like waiting, how they rely on a man to be ready, you know? They expect a man to be ready for the marriage, but then they don't want to be ready themselves. You see?
Yeah.
How many comments are there? There are a lot. When he realizes that he can't get 20-year-old girls anymore, then he's ready. He could be 50 years old, but still thinks he can get your girls. Once they've all toned him down, then he's ready to marry. So what she says here, it's like marry the old grandpa. Or maybe it's a he, I don't know. Sheena. Sheena. Ah, okay, that's probably a her. Yeah.
Should we do another one?
Okay, let's do it. You read it.
No, I meant video.
Oh, video. Okay, yeah, there are a lot of comments here, guys. These are just a few of them. Let me stop sharing and we'll check on the comments, guys. Oh, okay, Siege here. Great to see you, Siege. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's taken us a while. Let's do another video, guys. We're not going to read all of the comments underneath. It's just interesting sometimes to get some ideas, you know, to see what people think. Okay.
Goes from equal to very unequal very quickly. And it's assumed it's her job also just through societal norms. And so I follow my mother-in-law's advice. You can say this about groceries, laundry, his doctor's appointments, buying gifts for his parents, anything, right? Don't do it. When I first got engaged, my mother-in-law gave me a piece of advice about marriage that I did not take, but I absolutely should have taken. She said to me, don't do his laundry. You're going to learn to hate him. And I remember thinking in the moment, like, wow, she is bitter. I don't know what her deal is with this laundry, but like, I feel like she's blowing this one out of proportion. But now I can tell you, after having been married for quite a while, that I don't do my husband's laundry. And this advice is something I tell to many women. Because what typically happens in these situations is when we're first together, when we move in together or we get married, we do things for each other, acts of kindness to show them that we love them. Hey, babe, I did your laundry. I know you've had a long week. Hey, babe, I made the coffee, so it'll be ready in the morning for you. We do all of these things out of kindness and love for our partners. But then what happens is an expectation has been set. Something clicks in their brain that says, oh, she is going to do my laundry. She is going to make the coffee. She is the one who's going to make sure to book the vet appointment. She is the one who's ordering the groceries and telling you when to pick them up. Every time we do something, especially if we do it often, it sets an expectation. And then our partners expect us to do those things. And this is how the domestic labor goes from equal to very unequal very quickly. And it's assumed it's her job also just through societal norms. And so I follow my mother-in-law's advice. You can say this about groceries, laundry, his doctor's appointments, buying gifts for his parents, anything, right? Don't do it. When I first got engaged.
Wow, Emma, we are going to have fun with this one. She's a married woman.
Yep.
And
I'm just reading one of the comments there.
Yeah. She writes that she got this advice that you shouldn't do your husband's laundry because I might learn to hate him. I didn't take your advice at first, but now oftentimes acts of kindness turn into expectations, and it's a slippery slope into an unequal division of domestic labor. Oh, you were reading the comments, right?
Yeah, there's one there. Yeah, that advice is total dog shite advice. Your mother-in-law does not like you. She wants her son to leave you.
Wow.
I think it's.
That's a
when you're in a relationship, yes, you end up doing household chores for each other. But I mean, like, the man will have his own chores, and you'll have your own chores. You know, like we cook and clean and everything. I'd like a hand with the washing up. You know, but yeah, I mean, like, yeah, there's like he'll go and do the garden, you know, the lawn and shit like that. You know.
Well, yeah, and it's also the exchange of values. If a woman expects a man to do things for her, shouldn't a man expect certain things from a woman then? Because if there is no exchange of values, it's going from equal to, like she said, to very unequal. And it's not just the woman who is putting out all of the work out there. A man is still providing. There is still the innate expectations from a man, because he has the burden of performance. He still has to perform. He still has to provide for her. He still has to take care of her. He still has to defend her. He still has to invest into her and the children that they have together. There is a lot of performance that women expect from a man. And then it feeds into the feminist crap that, ladies, you can be just a lazy cow out there laying down on the couch and do nothing, eat your ice cream and watch some stupid Netflix shows. Because if you show to your husband that you are capable of cleaning, giving him coffee occasionally, maybe bringing him a glass of water, which I always do for my husband, I don't see a problem with that.
No.
Then there is something wrong in that. You are being abused. You are being a slave for your husband. Then why the fuck are you married, lady? Why are you married to this man who mistreats you and who wants you to do his laundry? He didn't even ask you for his laundry. You know, like men usually, they are very direct. They tell you what you should be doing and what, don't touch it, or they don't mention it at all. So if he doesn't mention it, then you don't do it. I mean, what's the problem there? No, but he will use me more than I will use him. Very horrible advice. Horrible advice coming from a married woman to younger women. Okay, let's move on before I explode. I mean, seriously, Eamma, these messages, they just piss me off. Seriously.
I know.
You get it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see the next one.
Gonna do. First, you're gonna follow me, and then you're gonna like this video, and then you're gonna comment in the comments, teamwork. And anybody that likes your comment, you're gonna follow them, and they're gonna follow you back. It's all about teamwork, you guys. Calling all Instagrammers under 10K. You want to get to 10K? Here's what we're gonna do. First, you're gonna follow me, and then you're gonna like this video, and then you're gonna comment in the comments, teamwork. And anybody that likes your comment, you're gonna follow them, and they're gonna follow you back. It's all about teamwork, you guys. Calling all.
Well, this is just how women get the clout.
That sounds like a pyramid scheme to me.
It is, yes. And let's go, let's grow. So easy peasy. All you need to do is just give her a follow and a like, and then like everybody else's. This is how women occupy the content and the social media out there with this crappy content. I mean, like, she exposed her child, right? And there are a lot of women. This is why I decided to bring it to your attention. It pops up on my feed all the time on Instagram. This is how women get clout. They don't do it objectively. They don't provide any value. They just, yeah, let's just get and build the clout here through other women. We support each other, right? It's a teamwork. It's a teamwork. Are you familiar with Loochers and Moochers from Atlas Shrugged book by Ian Rand? When they take the credit for somebody else's work, regardless of, how they did. Obviously there is a difference between them, but this is why I suggest you read the book. It's an interesting book. And yeah. Okay, here we have Nick joining us. Good to see Elena, energetic of these three of us. Yes, where is my sound drop? Here, I'll turn the sound drop for you. I have the sound drop. Hold on a second.
Shame this horse. Shame this horse.
I love this.
Okay, he's back to work. Yeah. We'll replay later. Yeah, Nick, we did some analysis with some women. We are not going to spend too much time reading the comments, but it was interesting. You actually gave us idea because guys yesterday did a fantastic show on the resurgence of sanity. They were talking about narratives and they were reading people's comments. They were reading women's comments that were full of shit and fifis. And then they were reading men's comments that were more thoughtful, obviously, right? Because men think, women just feel. So yeah, great to see you, Nick. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, let's. We've talked about this one. This is how women grow on social media. There is no educational value in that content. It's just all about, well, like me, if you like me, I like you, and this is how we grow. Let's go, sister. Let's grow. Yes, let's get that simpy army of dudes to found our independent lifestyle.
Go sisterhood.
Yeah. Sisterhood über alles, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's move to the next one.
Get frustrated, upset, or emotional, but they will love you with all their heart and soul. They might be moody, but you can be sure that they will give you a love that's hard to find anywhere else. Every man wishes he had a good woman, but what he doesn't realize is that good women with good hearts have real emotions. They have feelings. They love hard. They are very affectionate and passionate. They are very loyal. Because of their soft hearts, they can easily get frustrated, upset, or emotional, but they will love you with all their heart and soul. They might be moody, but you can be sure that they will give you a love that's hard to find anywhere else.
Oh my gosh, this guy again.
Mm-hmm. It kind of makes us all sound a bit desperate, doesn't he?
Well, based on how he presents it, yeah. I'm about to cry. She's so full of your emotions. And this is the definition of a good woman. A good woman will emote. She will cry. She will show her feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I call bullshit.
You feel bullshit, yeah. Well, and this message is for men. He is describing to men what a good woman is. A good woman is the one who feels. A good woman
a good woman's probably going to trample all over that simp.
Exactly. Yes. Oh, just based on her female nature, whether she should do it or not, that's a separate question. But like, look, if simps are not helping themselves.
No.
By simping, like, this dude is a total simp. He is a simp. I won't be surprised to see his girlfriend ditching him in a few years.
He's got a girlfriend.
Right now, yeah, he has a girlfriend. I actually saw a few of his posts. Guys, you can go follow or check him out. He did make a few posts with his girlfriend where he's like, oh, here is my queen. Oh. Yeah. And I mean, she is obviously with him for his clout because he has 2 million followers and women will close his eyes on a lot of things. If a man has clout, if a man has resources, if a man even is not in a great shape, but he has the clout, he has the status, he has the money that she wants, they will pretend like it doesn't bother them a lot. But then eventually, if she finds a stronger man out there with more resources, with more clout, she will monkey branch from him. What's his name? J.K. Perry or whatever his name is. Your girlfriend will leave you. This is prediction from Babushka. Okay? You can take it or you can leave it.
Oh, okay. He broke up with me because he couldn't handle my soft heart.
Oh, was it one of the comments?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's right. That's fine.
Well, and see, and he's pandering towards women, and then women in the emotional world, women will always preside, because this is the natural state of a woman. This is how she perceives the world. She sees it through her heart, through her feelings, through her emotions. Instead of working on her critical thinking skills and developing her brain a little bit here. And then what do the simps do? They're like, oh, yes, yes, yes. Through your emotions, we get more pussy. Through your emotions, we get access to your, how they say, evergreen sexuality. They'll sell any scam to the desperate women out there who will believe all of the bullshit if it will protect them from revealing the truth. You know, it's a sort of escapism. Women listen to this man who pander to their feelings, to their emotions, because they don't want their eyes to be opened to certain things. They don't want to see the truth for what it is.
Yep.
Ladies, this man is a scammer. He scams men into behaving like simps, the men that you don't want, actually, the men that you are disgusted by. Yeah. And then you end up being a run-through whore. Then you end up alone because you follow this man's advice. And it's not just his advice. You also follow that entitled woman's advice. If you connect these two content creators, if you correlate them, the message, it doesn't change much. It's the same narrative that they are pushing. So let's move on to the next one. Let's see.
Is before they're even 8 years old. And a woman who's had enough of it will be always winning the emotional battles. She will be fiercely protecting herself from all of this nonsense. And thank God women are waking up and stepping into their strength, because nothing will ever change for our daughters or the next generation if we don't leave our insecurities behind. Why do we want women to be insecure? It's very simple. Have you seen a woman who knows her worth? She is very inconvenient. She has high standards. She doesn't buy things to fix herself, and she won't let you project your traumas onto her because she doesn't fear being alone. It's a lot of work to keep up with a woman like that if you haven't healed. And since society is still operating from a very low standard, we prefer women to be functions, not humans. We want them to be insecure. Look at the shelves of any store, and you will see products continually teaching women that she's never enough, that something's constantly wrong with her smell, with her hair, with her body, with her humanity. They're going to tell you that the clock is ticking, that you're going to spoil like rotten milk. Most of girls start hearing things like this before they're even 8 years old. And a woman who's had enough of it will be always winning the emotional battles. She will be fiercely protecting herself from all of this nonsense. And thank God women are waking up and stepping into their strength, because nothing will ever change for our daughters or the next generation if we don't leave our insecurities behind. Why do we want women to?
What do you think about it, Eamma? I know that she says a lot of things here. We probably need to like
some of it is true, what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, some of it is bullshit as well. I mean, she's not wrong that society is teaching women to be insecure constantly, that there is something wrong with us. You know, our image, everything, you know, that is constantly being put on us. You know, that there's ways that we can.
But it's also a lot of money is being made through cosmetics and through clothing. Yeah. How much? Oh, well, and then women choose these specialties. If you look at who works in these corporations, it's women mostly.
But in some ways, what she's saying, I mean, I can kind of resonate with what she's saying about the strong, independent woman. I mean, I get told a lot that I'm scary, but I'm very direct. I'm very plain speaking. So in a way, I kind of get it.
Well, and this is how she gets most women, because she appeals to what you already know, what you've been told for your entire life. I also was told these same messages. I grew up around them. And
I wasn't told that. I was with regards to men, I was always brought up, if a man is interested in you, he'll chase you.
Well, but this is already a feminist way of thinking.
But yeah, not to chase men. And I've never chased men. I've only asked like 2 guys out in my life and they both turned me down flat. So that was that. I was like, nope, never again.
So you did try to chase men at some point?
When I was in my teens.
Okay.
But yeah, even then I wasn't really. I think I was always a tomboy, you see, so I was one of the boys. But that was just who I was.
It's interesting. Yeah. Okay, let's watch her again. I'm going to stop here because there is a lot that she says here.
To be insecure, it's very simple. Have you seen a woman who knows her worth? She is very inconvenient.
Yeah.
So here she says, a woman who knows her worth, she is very inconvenient for men. Because she has higher standards, right? And she continues there. Okay,
she has high standards. She doesn't buy things to fix herself, and she
doesn't buy things to fix herself. This is actually contradicting. Based on what we see today on social media, there is so much stuff that women buy all the time. There is cosmetics, there is clothes, everything, like exercising, the artificial eyelashes, nails, boobs, the butt lift that women do to fix themselves. And then
but it's also, I mean, because we're deeply unhappy and we just buy for the dopamine hit. That's the angle I'm taking from what she's just said there.
Yes, but she says that if a woman knows her worth, she's not going to do those things.
Yeah, exactly.
So she will be like with her hair unshaven. She will be like a monkey, obviously, if she doesn't do those things. No.
She's a woman that's knowing her worth isn't needing to just spunk money because she's trying to make herself happy. She knows who she is. She's happy. She's secure within herself.
She will still invest into her.
But it would just be maintenance stuff, wouldn't it? It's not saying that she's just going to let herself go. She'll probably still have her like beauty standards and presentation standards. But a lot of us are spending because we're deeply unhappy within ourselves and buying into the consumerism. She's saying these women aren't going to be spending to satisfy themselves, to find some inner satisfaction. They've already got it.
Okay.
Won't let you project.
Was that clear?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
That's the angle I'm taking from it, but you're obviously taking a different angle, which is probably right as well.
Well, it's just interesting. I love to get the exchange of ideas so that you help me to understand your message better, actually, by presenting me a different angle here.
Her traumas onto her because she doesn't fear being alone.
Okay, what do you think about this one, Eamma? She doesn't fear being alone.
She's looking for a man that complements her, or like they come together as a partnership rather than her actually needing the man for the security. I'm going to say security. I'm not meaning financial security. I'm meaning emotional security.
So does he have to be emotionally available for her?
That's a question, isn't it?
That's a question because it kind of feeds into the simpage, strong, powerful women, they are looking for the simps.
She's not looking for the man to complete her. She's looking for the man to complement her.
Well, but who compliments mostly? It seems because if a woman doesn't need men's resources, if she doesn't need men like as a man, right, as a masculine man.
When I say compliment, I'm not "you look lovely, darling." I'm meaning as a person. Do you know what I mean?
I understand what you're trying to say there. Yeah, I'm just I'm trying to connect all of the messages that we've seen so far and correlate them with each other because the best man for her, if she has all of the money and resources by herself, and she's strong, powerful, and independent, and she knows her self-worth, and she respects herself, it would be the man without resources then, right? Or it doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter in reality how much money a man has. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't. It makes logical. Like, I'm just trying to logically conclude it, right? Then why are women still concerned about how much money a man makes? If she has all the money that she could have, if she,
if you're that kind of level woman, you're going to want a man that's that kind of level as well. You're not going to be looking for a guy that's lesser.
Right. But if you say that you are strong and independent, you don't need a man for his resources.
No, but that's what she's saying. You know, and that's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm taking from it. That's you're looking for a partner that's at the same kind of level as you, going to be as secure in themselves, financially secure, kind to complement each other and make a really solid partnership. Your favorite word, partner, but
yeah, I know. Well, this is what she's saying. Yeah,
I'm just going to get a drink of squash.
I just think it's contradicting, because she says that a high value woman. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Go do what you need to do. A high value woman, she doesn't need a man's resources. So but she still wants a man who would have the same status, who would have the same amount of money as she does, if not more. Yes. Do you know why it happens? Because it's biology. It's female hypogamy. She wants to get the best man that she can get. But then feminism kind of contradicts, because in her mind, if she says that I want an equal partner who has the same amount of resources as I do, or a lot of women would say that I don't care how much money he makes, all I want is this emotional support, all I want is this stability, right? The safety. But then it's the description of a simp. Then she says that, yes, she says, I want a simp. I want a man who would pedestalize me, who would pray for me.
Yeah, I mean, that might not be what she's actually implying, but it's probably what she's going to end up with.
Well, right, yeah. Well, I mean, and this is how, guys, this is why we do it. We take these messages and we break them down to the core purpose, based on what we know, based on the information that Red Pill provides us with, based on the observations of human behavior. When you know how people behave, you can connect the dots. Okay, so yeah, she can say that she doesn't want a strong masculine man out there with more resources, but then by that logic, she should be comfortable with the man who lives at mom's basement, and she is not, because he doesn't match to her level.
It's an interesting comment then. A lot of work to keep up with a woman like that if you haven't healed. Notice the qualifier, if. She's absolutely right. Now, if you have dealt with your stuff, that is to say both of you have dealt with your stuff, it's the easiest thing in the world. No keeping up whatsoever. In fact, you don't even give it a second thought. It's bliss. I found me one of these women who shed the BS that society leverages on both men and women in different ways, and there is nothing but peace, harmony, and hope. Giving to one another is a delight, and it doesn't feel like work either, because it has come out of turning to genuine love. By dealing with your stuff, you open to love for the purity of relationship itself. Love for love's sake, to borrow from the ontological mystic Bernard of Clairvaux. It's possible to find this person, but water seeks its own level, so focus on becoming the kind of person you want to attract. He doesn't sound like a simp to me. I may be wrong, so please correct me if I'm still learning about this stuff. And he's put it a whole lot better with what I was, they're looking for an equal partner, like emotionally and successfully and
Well, I can tell you one thing. When it's 50-50 equal, it's not going to work in a healthy way. And it's only 50-50. We even hide by 50-50. It's actually like 99 and 1% of what a man is allowed to do in the relationship. They hide behind equality, but it's really what a woman wants. It turns around, it evolves around her and her desires.
Doesn't mean, but if you've got a woman like that, sorry, I was gonna,
Oh, maybe he got lucky with the woman that he's with right now. I need more information than that. It's very hard to evaluate the comments based on what they write, even if they write a lot.
But if you've got a woman that's secure in herself, then she's not going to be dealing with all the bullshit that I'm going to say normal women are dealing with, and that they're usually projecting onto that man. If anything, she's secure in herself, so she doesn't need to deal with that anymore, and she can support him, in, like, say he's a business owner or whatever. She can be a better support system behind the man. So
that's another. I actually interesting. You bring it up.
I may not be saying.
Well, this is how we give credit for men.
I know what I'm trying to say, but it's not coming out very clearly.
Yeah, I think, okay, correct me if I'm getting you right there. I think what I get from that is we are trying to give credit for men's work to a woman. So if a man has achieved something in his life, for example, he has a business, right? And then we say, well, it's because of that woman that is with him, he has succeeded in his business.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, then, yeah, okay.
Yeah, she can just be a support system behind the scenes kind of thing, if you know what I mean. She's... I'm not saying I'm not saying she's trying to claim success, or claim the credit for his success. Not at all.
Yeah. Okay. Then we got it.
She's trying to be a good, she's being a good woman behind the scenes, if you know what I mean, because she hasn't got her own shit to deal with and projecting onto him and making him feel shit. She doesn't need to do that. She can be all for him.
That makes sense. Okay, let's keep watching here.
A lot of work to keep up with a woman like that if you haven't healed. And since society is...
Okay, so she implies heavily here, I don't know what you see here, but in this message, she implies that something is wrong with a man. If he hasn't healed, if he hasn't worked on himself, then he won't be able to keep up with a strong, powerful, and independent woman who knows her worth and who knows her value.
Yeah.
So it's always like they're downgrading man to the level of an imbecile that he's not good enough for her.
But if neither of you have dealt with your shit that you've gone through before you've met, then you're just going to be projecting all those wounds onto each other, and that's going to get in the way of the relationship. There, she's actually saying once you've dealt with your shit and you've healed your wounds, whatever, then you can actually be really good people. And
but she's not very explicit with her language. She implies that it's a man's job to heal and to deal with his shit before he talks to a woman. But then the same message could be said to a woman. And I don't hear a lot of women saying that except us and maybe a few other people. Rachel Wilson, Pearl. Who else is there talking to women? Maybe Ellie from Real Femme Sapien. I don't see a lot of messages that would encourage women to work on themselves and improve before they get along with a man.
Well, if you don't, every relationship is just going to be a disaster, isn't it? Or you're just going to end up bringing each other down. And
well, exactly. And then men are trying to man up according to the simpy messages that they get from the simpy content creators, and according to this lady, because she also implies that there is something wrong with the man. They don't want to look at the woman and see what's wrong with her.
still operating from a very low standard. We prefer women to be functions, not humans.
In what ways we prefer women to be functions, not humans? How is this functional? And I'm going to quote here Steve Sandman. The artificial nails, the fake eyelashes, how much functionality do they add to the woman?
But only false advertising.
It's the only purpose of those things.
Yeah.
Because they are completely dysfunctional. All it tells to a man that a woman is completely worthless, she is not functional. And then she says that we want to make women into functional human beings. Well, yeah, maybe if we tried and if we have succeeded in making them functional human beings, maybe we would have less delusional women. Oh, wait a second, maybe we would have less single mommies out there. Maybe we would have fewer kids raised in a single family household and being completely wrecked by the single mothers who raise these kids. Yes. Maybe we would have less whores out there. Just wonder.
Mm-hmm. We want them to be insecure. Look at the shelves of any store, and you.
And now she's appealing to the commodities that women are occupying. Who sells the clothing? Who sells the cosmetics? I see a lot of content influencers on social media selling cosmetics and doing reviews for cosmetics and clothes and other brands out there. I wonder who is pushing this stuff on women.
Well, other women, because are we going to buy makeup from men?
Probably not.
Like it's...
I mean, she blames it, but then like, look at yourself, lady. You sit here with a nice piece of clothing. You are advertising yourself. With a nice makeup, with a nice hairstyle. And you say that, yeah, women are constantly being exposed to this social pressure that tells them that they always need to improve. That they are not enough, they are not worth it, they are not. And then this actually inspires, Emma, if you look deeper into this message, it inspires fat women to get fatter. Because they're like, well, why to bother? I know my worth. I know my value. I don't need all of that crap. I don't need cosmetics. I don't need to get skinnier and healthier. I don't need to go to the gym.
I'm beautiful the way I am.
Exactly. It all comes from somewhere.
Love thyself.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see products continually teaching women that she's never enough. That some.
What about women teaching other women? That, look, ladies, I bought this lipstick and it's amazing. Look at my lips. Oh, this mascara feels so good. It makes my lashes so fluffy, and I see these ads all the time. Don't tell me that like society is okay. If society is dominated by women, yes, I would agree with you. You actually make a decent statement here. Because our society is ruled by women, basically, now. So go show your angst against other women who are pushing it. Why are you saying that men need to man up? Why are you saying that men are not enough? For these toxic, entitled, narcissistic bitches out there who don't have any desire to improve and work on themselves.
I breathe.
Yeah, I need some water here. This is a lot of work, guys. What we are doing here. Okay, let's keep going.
Something's constantly wrong with her smell, with her hair, with her body, with her humanity. They're going to tell you that the clock is...
There is something definitely wrong with your humanity, because I don't see a lot of women thriving into critical thinking and trying to become more rational. I don't see how they want to improve and work on themselves in that regard. They have no problem advertising lipsticks and mascara and other cosmetics on social media, but they really are struggling watching our content and learning something from it. They don't want to challenge their mental state and their beliefs.
But why would they want to when they're comfortable?
Exactly. They already get what they want. And the clock is ticking here, she says.
Ticking.
The clock is ticking. It's the truth. It's the fact. You can't argue with the facts, lady. No matter how much you dislike it. You are in your 60s, I presume. Right? And you still bought into the scam that female sexuality is evergreen.
I would say she's 50s rather than
50s?
60s.
Probably. Well, I don't know. She's not young.
She's old. She's older than me anyway.
Mm-hmm. And then she believes that female sexuality is evergreen. And then she preaches it to younger women.
Yep.
She tells them, don't follow biology, ladies. Don't settle down early. Settle down when you are ready, when you've achieved everything you wanted to achieve.
Yeah, but then this comes back to last week's, doesn't it, with the movies? Because all the movies on Netflix, the rom-com ones, they're all girls that are hitting into their early 30s and then realizing, fuck, my clock is ticking.
Exactly.
And then they have, yeah,
they push it so late that nobody wants them at that state. Even if they freeze their eggs. You've seen that short, right? That
I have, yes.
The statistical odds, even with the freeze your egg scam, are not great, ladies. Yeah, but when we see the movies, when we see these old grandmas who are teaching younger women, look, ladies, I did it. I'm a strong, powerful, and independent here. I'm a single woman, most likely. In a lot of cases, they're single. Even if this woman is married, I don't know her personally. I don't know her story. I'm just evaluating what she says. Good for her, I guess. But it's not going to be your case. It's not going to be your life. It's anecdotal evidence. Even if she happens to be married to a simp, most likely. Or maybe she has been married 5 times. Who knows? That could be also the case.
What's her name? Aisha, PhD.
Oh, and she's a PhD. Okay, interesting. Interesting. 80,000 followers. Dr. Arisha Gamova. Well, when I say that feminism has infiltrated every sphere of our life, I'm not kidding you guys. She's a doctor. Here you go. Here you go.
At Harvard as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a doctor in what.
Oh, it's probably a different lady that we saw there, because this kind of looks like a comprised profile of different content creators. Yeah, I don't know who was that lady who just showed up on that video. Well, let's go back to here. We will finish here and then we will move on to the next video because we are running a little long here. Okay, now I lost here. Wait a second.
Sorry.
I wanted to see her and then I lost that video that she did. Yeah, you see it's a combination. There you go.
Why do we want women to be insecure? It's very simple. Have you seen a woman who knows her worth? She is very inconvenient. She has high standards. She doesn't buy things to fix herself, and she won't let you project your traumas onto her because she doesn't fear being alone. It's a lot of work to keep up with a woman like that if you haven't healed. And
yeah, I would say it's a lot of work to keep up with a whore.
I don't know, healed whore at that.
since society is still operating from a very low standard, we prefer women to be functions, not humans. We want them to be in.
Okay, now we prefer women to be functions, not humans. Now, going back to that simpy dude who just said that a definition of a good woman is the one who cries, the one who has feelings, the one who has emotions.
No, that's
How
non-functional.
How functional is that whiny bitch? The one who cries all the time? What's her function? To cry? To emote, I guess? And then she says, function over human. A human trait is emotion.
Well, the one that's crying all the time is just looking for an emotional tampon.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Her only function is to cry, I guess. That's what she says, because this is the human trait that she wants to see in women. This is how she wants others to view women, view them as emotional being, because they have emotions, they have feelings. Going back to that simpy dude who was talking about the definition of a good woman.
Yeah.
Do you see the connection between the two, Eamma?
Yeah.
You see it. Cool. Okay, let's move on.
Secure. Look at the shelves of any store, and you will see products continually teaching women that she's never enough, that something's constantly wrong with her smell, with her hair, with her body, with her humanity. They're going to tell you that the clock is ticking, that you're going to...
It's biology. The clock is ticking, in fact, for women. Ladies, if you buy into this scam, you will end up being single. And in addition to that, you'll be a whore. You'll be treated like a whore.
Oil like rotten milk. Most of girls start hearing things like this before they're even 8 years old.
And this is what they should keep hearing. I don't see the problem with that. I don't see the problem in telling women the truth, because in the end, women end up wasting their lives on delusions.
Yeah.
Like, look, Eamma, if you've heard a different narrative, would you take better decisions in your life, maybe, that would lead you to better outcomes?
I don't know. I'd like to say yes, but I don't know if I would.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to know. I know. I'm asking you to speculate here, but still, like, I think that if women heard the truth from the very beginning, that their clock is ticking, if they don't marry by the age 25, if they are having very high body count, if they don't commit to a man, their destiny will be predetermined at that point. They will be run through whore, and we see a lot of them. Why? Because all of these ladies, they've heard this exact narrative that this woman is preaching.
And a woman who's had enough of it will be always winning the emotional battles.
Well, yes, okay, because women's state is emotion. It's not rational thinking. Like, if you look at men, they are more predisposed to rational thinking versus emotion. And when men are trying to fight the battle, the emotional battle with the woman, they will always lose, because it's not their operative state of mind. They are defaulting to her state, and they are fighting the war on her grounds, on her terms, where she will always preside, always, because emotion is her natural state of being. Of course, she will be winning all of the emotional battles. She even says it here. How cute of her.
We're emotional creatures, so yeah.
Yeah, you will win, but women will always fail the rational battle. They will always fail unless they challenge their mindset, unless they challenge their beliefs. then they get a chance. But even then, it's very hard. It's very hard because emotions are tempting. And devil, remember my recent articles, guys. If you haven't had a chance to check the articles on my Substack, go check them out, read them. Devil speaks to women through heart, through their emotions, through their feelings.
Yeah.
Devil didn't talk to a man directly, because a man with his rational thinking, he would be like, no, this is not what's right for me, because I'm thinking rationally here. No, devil went through the woman. I'm talking about the fall of man, Genesis, the Bible, the story of Adam and Eve here.
She will be fiercely protecting herself from all of this nonsense. And thank God.
And then they cover themselves with God, protecting from all of that nonsense. So all of the rational thinking, all of the critical thinking that women should be working on, she calls it nonsense.
Sorry.
She doesn't want women to challenge their belief system. She wants women to delve in deeper into their emotions.
Right.
And she calls, in her feminist mindset, she calls all of the rational thinkers, you're nonsense. She calls biology, she calls God's design, she calls everyone who tries to spread the truth there, you're nonsense. And then, thank God, women are waking up. Well, then don't say God, say thank devil.
Yeah.
Women are waking up.
God, women are waking up and stepping into their strength, because nothing will ever change for our daughters or the next generation if we don't leave our insecurities behind. Why do we want women to?
If we don't become strong, powerful, and independent, nothing will change for our daughters. It reminds me of the Amazonians, of the Amazons, you know, how they lived in the island and they didn't need men. And then this is where we should send these women like her and other promiscuous whores, feminists. Go there, ladies, create your own island without infrastructure, without anything on that island, and we'll see how and where you'll end up. Let's just experiment. We'll run this experiment. Why don't you pack your things and go to that island with no water, no electricity? Go be strong, powerful for your upcoming generations. Oh, and by the way, you won't get the seed of man to reproduce, because you still a man's semen to conceive babies.
I'm sure they can get it posted to the island.
Posted? Oh, you mean like shipped?
Yeah.
No, but the men still need to.
I know.
They still get the semen from men. So no, if you want to be strong, powerful, and independent from men, go live on that island. And like, I don't know, you can do you can do whatever you want, but you won't have the babies. We'll see how long your nation will preside.
Yeah, but as long as they've got internet, they can go on a website. Because I mean, there's loads of them.
No internet, nothing, Emma. No internet.
Oh, okay.
Nothing. Internet was created by whom? By men. All of the infrastructure that was created by men, no trains, no electricity, no power, no airplanes, no transportation, nothing. You get nothing. You get your clothes, so that, well, you know, you wear something, pack your things. I mean, you can take your phones with you if you want. But they won't work there because there is no electricity. They will die eventually because there will be nowhere to charge them. Yep. Go there, show your true strengths there. Demonstrate to us how capable you are. for the upcoming generations, for your daughters. I mean, seriously. Wow, the entitlement with this one. I don't like entitled women. I really don't. Okay, let's see. Okay, we are getting a little long here. Eamma,
Yes.
shall we call it down and do the rest of them next time?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it next time then.
It's
Cool.
been lots of fun though.
Well, it was, yeah, I tried to like connect them so that it kind of makes sense. And then if you have your own videos, feel free to share them with us too. Okay. And guys, you are always welcome to call in and help us debunk these feminist lies. This needs to happen. And we actually need more rational women out there who can do, who can help us with that, because there is a lot of it. There is a lot of it. And if you sincerely care for the upcoming generations, for your children, for your daughters, for your sons, you should start questioning the content that you are being exposed to, that our children are being exposed to.
Because I mean, she is right in that last one. Nothing's going to change. So yes, we need to have these discussions when things can change.
Exactly, exactly. Because this way we can at least, by sharing the truth with you guys, we hope that you can make better decisions in your life. And we hope to inspire a few younger women, even if it's one woman who is watching us. I'm always happy. I'm happy to embrace women who are waking up and starting to think about these topics, because biology matters for women. Timing matters for women. Those who tell you that, oh, you can do it whenever, you can conceive babies whenever you want, whenever you are ready. No, look at Eamma.
Thanks.
I'm using you as an example from a good stance here, Eamma. Thank you for doing it with me, because ladies can see how it ends. Eamma bought into all of these lies. I was just a little luckier that I started realizing, and I did a lot of training. I mean, I did study media. I kind of knew, you know. So when you start waking up sooner, you still have more options to do something with it. You can still settle down. You can still make better rational decisions in your life that will have better outcomes for you. But if you keep digging into the confirmation bias, into only listening to women and content creators who resonate with you, who only tell you what you want to hear, and trust me, these things are very tempting. They are very nice to hear. The content that we shared with you today, if you come at it from a different perspective and you look at them as, wow, you take them for what they are, right? Like you don't challenge them, you will be misled. You will be misled. Yeah, this is why we are doing this. And we will keep doing it. We will do it next week as well. So check our schedule here. I'm going to show you our schedule for a moment of our discussions. So we have deep dive controversial discussions with Elena's Barre community on Saturdays at 9:15 a.m. Pacific, 11:15 a.m. Central Time, and 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Then we have Debunking Feminist Lies with Eamma on Tuesdays at 11:15 a.m. Pacific, 1:15 p.m. Central Time, and 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Mondays and Wednesdays, please support our new YouTube channel, The Resurgence of Sanity. The guys are doing very interesting shows on very educational topics at 5:45 p.m. Pacific, at 7:45 p.m. Central Time, and at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so please go subscribe to The Resurgence of Sanity. And I hope to see you next time. Join us on Saturday. We have a very interesting discussion coming this Saturday. I'm not going to reveal the topic yet because we have a few ideas there. So you'll have to check and join us. Join us. We have a lot of fun here. Okay. And let me take us out. Eamma, any last words? Do you want to say words of wisdom for younger women?
I suppose just don't have your standards so high. I'm not saying just go for any guy, but just don't set unrealistic standards.
Right. But they can only do so if they are objective with their own sexual market value, if they realize that they are not perfect, they are not the best out there. Only then they can set realistic expectations for men. We are not telling you go hang out with those men who are just dogs,
Don't be so bloody entitled.
Yeah, but also don't be so entitled. Yeah. And we are giving you some examples of what entitled behavior is by showing to you this kind of content. And guys, I hope that you saw the disclaimer. I probably should have mentioned it at the beginning. I did show it to you right at the beginning of the show. These are not personal attacks that we are showing to you. We are doing it for educational purposes. And if people can't handle constructive criticism to their work, I personally think that they shouldn't be putting bullshit on social media. They should be watching what they say out there, because this content, especially with a lot of followers and subscribers, it impacts the minds of people. And if people don't want to challenge their own messages, their own beliefs, they should be held accountable. They should be held accountable for the message that they are sending out there to younger people, because millennials and our children, we will have to live in this mess. So yeah, hold content creators more accountable and challenge their messages, because they are spreading more delusion, more entitlement, more narcissism, more promiscuity for younger people. So yeah, these are my final words, guys. Okay, let me take us out here. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Eamma, for your hard work and consistency and commitment to contributing to creating a better world here with less delusional people, right? Yeah. I'll see you soon, and I love you, girl. Thank you for doing it with me. Okay, I'm taking us out.
Thank you for joining us today and having great time with us. We hope to seeing you soon again. Join us for more